The movement of the week is Turkish Get Ups. This is one of my favorite movements. This is a great test of your overall athleticism. How well can you balance, stabilize, and display your strength all in one movement? Everyone should be trying this movement at some point in their programs. To start off the Turkish Get Up, you need to lay on your side of the arm that you're going to be working with. So if I want to start with my right hand, I lay on my right side in fetal position. Once I have the kettlebell in hand, I'm going to roll over onto my back. Both hands are going to put the weight on my chest. Then I'm going to extend my right arm with the help of my left, and now I can start my rep. I will drive up onto my left elbow, all while maintaining a locked out arm, and my eyes are looking at the weight. So now that I'm on my elbow and I'm stable, we'll come up onto my hand. So both arms will be fully extended, all while keeping that weight in my peripheral vision. I'm going to bridge my hips up off the ground high enough for my leg to sweep underneath my hips. I want to create a 90-degree angle with both of my legs. I need to have good open hips, and I need to have some weight on that back knee now. Now I'll pivot on my knee as I pick my hand up off the ground. Now I'll be in an overhead lunge position. I'll drive through that front foot to an overhead standing position, and I've done half my rep now. Whichever leg I can slap, that's the leg that's going to step back into that lunge position again. At this point, I need to make sure I can see the weight again. I need to stabilize. I will pivot on that back knee to bring my left foot towards my right foot to get that 90-degree angle again at the hip. I will hinge back, my glutes will go towards my left heel, and I will place my hand safely on the ground. Now I'll put weight on that hand on the floor and that front foot and drag my foot out in front of me till it's locked out and out of the way. And now I can lower myself down to my left elbow and then all the way down to my back, all while maintaining that straight, rigid arm pointing towards the ceiling. You have finished one full rep with your right arm at this point. You can't actually claim a weight for your Turkish Get Up until you've done it with both arms. So make sure you've proven yourself with your right and your left. My advice would be to start with your non-dominant side. That tends to be a little harder. The two most common mistakes that happen in the Turkish Get Up are the bridge. People tend to not raise their hips high enough to allow that foot to sweep underneath them. If that knee does not get far enough back underneath you, you will not be very stable, and it will be very difficult to pick that hand up off the ground. You should feel stable before you pick that hand up. The second most common problem is stepping back with the wrong foot halfway through the rep. So once you've gotten all the way up off the ground and you're standing up, whichever leg you slap, that's the leg you go back with. I've seen it too often where people step with the same foot as the weight. This obviously throws the whole cycle off. You won't make it very far once you get down to the ground. If you want to make this harder or progress this movement, obviously the easiest thing to do is add more weight. Or you could add extra movements at the top of the Turkish Get Up. I could add in snatches or push presses. There are a lot of steps to this movement, so you may need to watch this video a couple times. But the basic movements to remember are elbow, hand, bridge, sweep, and stand. Follow that in reverse on the way back down. You'll be fine. This will take some practice, but do remember that this is the best test for overall athleticism and functionality in your body. So respect this movement, practice this movement. You'll be a better athlete for it. You'll be more stable, more functional all around. Look forward to seeing you next week.